Happy day 16 of the 21 Tara Sadhana. I wanted to share with you my little statue of Tara. She's a small, quiet one, but she's been hanging out during our practice. Here she is. And oops, I'm turning her the wrong way. There we go. Um, and I put this little butterfly in her lap, kind of to symbolize the butterfly that we work with as the ally in March. So I just thought I'd share. She's a really pretty one. And in this form, they put two Utpala flowers. There's one at each shoulder. Typically, you usually only see her have just the one on the left side, but this is a little different. Morning, Joanne. All right, hopefully you've got your tea or your coffee. Joanne, you're going to love this Tara. Today, we are working with Tara number 16 is Rignak Topsum. She is the destroyer of the power of evil spells cast by enemies and sorcerers. Rignak Topshom is peaceful and red in color. So you would think she's a wrathful one, but she's not. She's just using the power of peace to destroy the harmful, evil spells cast by enemies and sorcerers. Now, well, we'll talk about it. So the light of her wisdom, which is compassion, and her power completely destroys enemies, evil spells, and Mara, the lord of negative forces. She grants the power of true speech to those who pray to her. Upon her Utpala flower is a crossed Vajra that completely destroys all the power of evil, curses, and negativity. So obviously, one aspect of Rignak Topshom is that she'll destroy, like, if you think about it, maybe, if you're thinking like in the terms of ancient Tibet, there might have been like a mountain pass that had been ensorcelled, where if you walked through it, you had like a delusional state, and that caused you to fall prey to bandits, right? So some bandits may have gotten a sorcerer to cast a spell on the mountain pass so that when you walked through, you got confused, turned around and lost, and then the bandits got you. But realistically, even though as magical practitioners, we live in a world of abundant spell work in all around us, really, with other practitioners, the idea that someone has really like cursed you, it's comparably rare. Not that people don't want to, not that people couldn't, although there are people who think they can, but they can't. But because even people who try, it often doesn't work, because it's the kind of magic that, requires some skill. It's not just about your big emotions and, your spooky energy. It's about really having the skill to be able to pull off that kind of thing. However, people's jealousy, their low level resentment, their little like momentary ruffled feathers, their jealousy, their, desire for something you have to the point that they think you don't deserve it and they do. All of those things do end up leaving a kind of a miasma. And over time, that can build up. So sometimes people come to me for a reading and they say, "Oh, have I been cursed?" And I look and I'm like, "No, you haven't been cursed, but you haven't been cleansed either." So That's one aspect. The other thing I was thinking about, an aspect to this, Tara, is for anybody who grew up in a household where they were put down or not given adequate support, or their dreams were mocked, or they were the butt of the joke, or they were the kind of black sheep of the family. I don't love that term, but like the, just for the sake of understanding, that they were the scapegoat. Um, if you went through that, I feel like this would also work, because those words and those experiences get in at a deep level when you're a child. And then you kind of carry them around for the rest of your life. And you feel sort of like there are certain aspects of your behavior that you think are normal, but actually they are your trauma responses from your childhood. So I think this is a good one for that. It's destroying the power of harmful words with compassion. So let's hold, if that's you, let's hold our own cleansing today. But also, if you know anyone who's been through that, anyone who's struggled with that, let's also hold them. And and then let's think about all of the lies. This is, again, another aspect of this. Harmful speech isn't just limited to sorcery. It's not just limited to, um, insults trading. Harmful speech can also be lies told to us by entities we're supposed to be able to trust. Lies about what's in our food, lies about and what its effects could be on us, lies about what we where our money is going when we pay our taxes. So, in that way, that's another form of harmful speech that can be destroyed. So, those are the forms we're going to be destroying today. We're only going to do this mantra today because it's a long one. Om tare tutare, ture tram du trina tram du pet soha. So I'm going to type that in. Om tare tutare, ture. And then tram du trina tram du pet soha. Tram du trina tram du pet soha. There we go. All right, so that's now in the chat. Yes, there we go. And let's just take a moment, even though we're not going to chant Om Tare Tam Toha, Om Tare Tam Soha today. We're going to just still quickly envision Mount Shasta with her beautiful white veil of snow, looking like a bride rising against the blue sky. Down, down on her slopes, the black tree line of the Shasta Trinity National Forest, the thick forest of pine and other types of fir, stretching down through the valley until we get to Lake Siskiyou, beautiful, large, glassy lake with a lotus rising from its center. Upon it, the seed syllable Tam. That seed syllable morphs into the peaceful, smiling red form of Tara. Uh, what is it? Rik nak topsom. Rik nak topsom. Topsom. She's there. She's glowing. At her left ear, her Utpala flower has the Vajra. We've seen that before, but it's two, and it looks like almost like a Maltese cross. And it's radiating light and compassion, and it's dispelling the negativity of harmful speech in all directions, in our hearts, in our bodies, anything we hold somatically, in our lives, in the lives of those around us, our friends, our families, our clients, our loved ones, our members of our community. And finally, that light reaches all the way into our news broadcasts, into boardrooms, into governmental buildings. It reaches back through time to the moments of wounding. It reaches forward into the future to replace cruel words with compassionate ones. And into this, we chant her mantra. Om tare tutare, ture, tramdu trina, tramdu pet soha. Tramdu pet soha. Om tare tutare, ture, tramdu trina, tramdu pet soha. Om tare tutare, 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 ture, tramdu trina, tramdu pet soha. Om tare tutare, ture tramdu trina tramdu petsoha. 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 Om tare tutare, tramdu trina tramdu petsoha. Om tare tutare, tramdu trina tramdu petsoha. Om tare tutare, ture tram tutrina tram tu petsoha. Om tare tutare, 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 tramdu trina, tramdu 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 petsoha. Om tare tutare, ture 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 tramdu trina, tramdu petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. Om tare tutare ture tram dutrina tram du petsoha. And let's dedicate the merit. I think that one is kind of a tongue twister because it's meant to destroy harmful speech. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Tara Topshom in our heart. Om tare tutare ture tram du trina tram du pet soha. And I will be back tomorrow. I'm sorry I have to go a few minutes early today. I'm teaching a class at 9. So, yes, gives new meaning to say that 10 times. I say that 108 times fast. All right. Be back tomorrow. See you then.